Let's see. Looks like there's a little damage. Is this mint? I don't know how the heck I'm supposed to tell if this soda is mint or not. Well, hey guys, welcome back to the show. Rock and Roll here, guys. Today we got a new one. Never been done before. I haven't seen it yet. We're going to talk about grading your Funko Sodas. Nobody's really talking about that yet, but we're going to talk about grading the Pog, the can, the figure, all that stuff, how to display your Funko Sodas. We're going to go over all that in this video. But I've been wanting to make this thing for a while. Wanted to get all my ducks in a row first, see kind of where quality control on Funko is going to go. I think I got my answers, but we're going to dig into it a little bit. Pops and sodas are completely different when it comes to how you buy your soda, right? Your soda is going to come all wrapped pretty in a little, plastic. Let's just rip one. Let's. All right, we'll start from the beginning. So, for instance, if I buy a pop, I'm going to get this pop and I'm going to look it over really good before I buy it, right? Or I'm going to trust the person I'm buying it for, or I'm buying it off Whatnot auctions, and we're going over condition. But like, for instance, if I saw this pop where the corner's all damaged there, I'm probably not going to buy it. It's got some creases up here. Unless I'm going to rip it out of box and display it out of box, I'm not going to keep it, right? Or I'm not going to buy it. Well, with soda, there's a lot of variables to a soda. The soda comes sealed, right? You got your plastic over the top, so you could examine the can, right? Make sure there's no dents or scratches, or the dents is the big thing when you first buy it, right? It's sealed, so you don't know if the Pog is off center. So some of the issues with the Funko Sodas that we're going to talk about is the can, the outside of the can, the condition, the top and the bottom of the can, and then what's inside the can, the Pog. We'll go over that, how that's going to grade out, and then the figure itself. And then we'll talk about displaying your stuff. So, for instance, you see this in the store, right? You see the soda, you look it over really well. The can looks great. There's no dents, right? On top of a can, you could get a can that looks like this. This is from a Merman Funko Soda. And it has his hair, or his top of his head, punks all the way through the top of them. And a lot of the cans are that way. So if you were looking at this can and it had a bunch of those on it, you probably wouldn't grab that can, right? But this can, okay, looks pretty good, right? Everything's on there. Everything's smooth. There's no dents or nothing. So I'm going to rip it. So I decided I'm going to open it. So once you decide to open it, it opens up a whole nother ball game on condition. Because if you keep it sealed, technically it's mint on the outside, right? I didn't see any damage. But you can't see the figure. You can't see the Pog. You don't even know if there's a Pog in here until you open it. So once you crack it, it's going to open up a whole nother ball game on condition. So, all right, we've already checked the can, top and bottom. This one's good. It comes sealed, another factor. You don't know if the paint's messed up on this guy or not. And then you got to check out your Pog, okay? And I'm kind of glad that I grabbed this one because this Pog, and this one's about the same. So what you're going to look for in the Pog, you want to make sure that it's centered. This one's a little off center, but that looks pretty good. And then if you hold it up to the light and you move it around, I'm going to see if I can get it to show off. The figures step on this Pog. Can you see that? Up by his nose. You can see that right at the top of the Pog. You can see that big indentation right there. That's from his feet going up and down on it in shipping. So that Pog is okay. I mean, you don't see it naked to your eye like this, but when it hits the sunlight, if you're going to get picky and you're going to grade out a $150 to $800 Freddy Funko Soda, you want that pog to be somewhat nice, and that's where it's going to get to, I think, guys. Hasn't got to that point yet. Nobody's really talking about the condition of the pog. But the big thing is you want to make sure it's centered if you're buying an open soda, and then check the condition of the pog if it's all dinged up. All right, so then you're going to open the soda, right? You already looked at the can, you looked at the pog. It's sealed, so now you open up the black bag, and now you've opened up another can of worms, because now you got to check out the figure. Is there any overspray paint? Is there, you know, is it missing some paint somewhere? Is there paint splatter? I have had one of my Jack Torrances has a piece of paint on the frozen chase on his foot. So you might want to check that over if you're buying an open soda. But I would have never known that if I kept the soda sealed. So there's factors that you guys got to think about when you're purchasing a soda, sealed or open. All right, so that guy, not too bad. So here's some of the things you want to look at. Once again, the can. Look at the dents up on there. This is Crash. His hair sticks out. I don't think this one's, yeah, it's still sealed in the bag. And then look at the bottom of the can. This can's pretty well mint. There's no dings on the can except the top lid. So guess what? You get this soda, you're like, oh crap, his hair's poking through. It looks like hell. You pull it off. You grab another one of your commons, pull that top off, boom, you put it on. There's no difference, okay? So that's the good thing about sodas, is if you do have damage, you can replace the top and the bottom of the lids with some of your commons, okay? So the key is looking at the tops. The bottom, some of the old ones, you can't really tell on this jabber job, but it's bent on the bottom. Again, the cool thing is you can pop these bottoms off. A lot of people don't know that. These lids come off at the bottom. And you can replace it. This was a jabber jaw. You just push it, and it comes right out. There's your bottom. So if it was dented, the only issue is this number is going to be different on the bottom. So you got to realize that. This is a 2020 soda at the bottom. Let's put this back on. Let's see what Crash is. Crash is a 2020. So they're all 2020s, it looks like. Yeah, let's see if this guy's a 2021. Yeah, so even Cobra Con's a 2020. So anyways, so you can always replace the bottom, which is cool. I like it. So let's put Jabberjaw back. All right, so we talked about the can. The Pog, you got to look at it and make sure that it's centered a little bit. I mean, if it's a little off center, it's gonna get that way. But here's what happened to me on a live. We opened up this soda right here. It was a case break. It was on a auction last night, and this is what I opened up. So again, I would not have known what this Pog looked like unless I broke the seal on it. If it was sealed, the can would have still been mint. There would have been no issues. But guys, this is what I pulled out of it. Two pieces. So you got the front and the back. This is super thin. Look how thin this is. This is like paper size. This is the regular thickness of a Pog. But they're supposed to be like this together, and they were split. So this is what the customer got. They would have never known this was going to look like this. Let's say this was a Freddy Chase, or no, you wouldn't have known it was a Freddy Chase. Let's just say it's a Freddy, one of the first Freddys, and it's still sealed. You rip it open, it's a Chase, and the Pog looks like this. Now what, you know? So if you open that soda, it opens up a whole nother can of worms, literally a whole can of soda if you open them up. So the good thing was, in this case break, one of the sodas had two Pogs in it. So one of the customers, Mike, he said, go ahead, give her my Pog because I have an extra. So we threw in an extra Pog, and she's all taken care of. But, you know, until you open that soda, you didn't know you had a no Pog or a ripped Pog or whatever this is. So, all right, let's put this guy back over here. So the other thing, let's see, what else did I miss? The figure paint. Make sure there's no overspray. There's no drops of paint somewhere. The good thing about sodas, though, anything cosmetic on the lid or the bottom, pop it off, put a new lid on. Okay. Um, Quality control with Funko. The other issue, I was talking to a couple collectors, and someone's mentioned, it was a good point. Some of the lids, you put them on, and they pop on there really good. Some of the lids just fall off almost. So that might be a factor coming on down the road. As the cap sit on the can well? So that's something we got to look after. This one would be a no-brainer. Look at this one. This one's all dented up right here. You can definitely push these out. I'm not saying it's not fixable, but it's definitely not a mint soda, if you're asking my opinion. Again, there's no grading system yet, so we're just doing it by the seat of our pants. Check out this. Now, this was mine. This is actually a Envy Adams, and she is actually the Chase. I was getting ready for this video, and I pulled her off the shelf, and check out this can. This can is all right here. You can see is all pushed in, wrinkled, bent all up. You know, the sticker's on there. The sticker's on good. But this can is all jacked up. And this was my Chase sitting on my shelf like this. I didn't even know it. So take a look at your cans. The other issue that we saw this year and last year was with the con sodas, not throwing away your sticker when Funko puts the sticker on the cellophane. We talked about this a little bit before. I think what they do is they didn't know this was going to be a con soda until after. And they had already had them sealed from the factory, and then Funko stuck the convention sticker on the outside. The 2,000 piece H&R, they knew that was going to be a con one, so they already had that con sticker inside the can, inside the wrapper. So, all right, the next thing. So you guys kind of get where I'm going with. There's a lot of factors with a sealed soda and an unsealed open soda. You just got to look at all the options. When you buy an open soda, Freddie Chase, have that person send you condition of the whole thing, the POG, the top, the bottom of the can, all that stuff, the paint on the figure, everything. So there's a couple different ways to display your sodas when you get a mint. When you get a mint Freddie Chase, for instance, that's the one I'm hunting for. Slapshot Pops, hint, hint. I need that Chase really bad. I don't have it. I need it. I want it. If I got it, I want to display it. I'm the type of person, I want to see it. I don't want to keep it wrapped up. I don't want to put it in a closet and store it somewhere. I want to show it off. And that's what the soda decks do, right? You guys know I produce the soda decks. It's an oversized deck. Fits right on your can. You put your POG on there. Boom. You put your figure on there and it's done, right? So, well, that's out of can, right? There's no protection. There's going to get dusty. So, which is it's fine. I can see it. I can dust it off. It still looks awesome. I want to display my stuff. That's why we came up with the soda deck, right? There's a couple out there. There's one that's made of metal. So if you like that thicker can look to it, JT does those. They're great. Mine's a little bit wider. I wanted a little bit more surface so I could spread my figure and put it out different ways. So there's a bunch of people making toppers, decks, whatever you want to call them. Of course, I like mine the best. It locks into place, doesn't fall off, doesn't ruin the POG. You know, we were talking about the POG getting creased. My POG sits in there nice and easy. If I flip it, yes, it's going to fall out. That's what I want it to do. If I flip it and it sticks, that means it's creasing the POG, and I don't want that to happen. So that's why I made it that way. Okay, the other thing is displaying your soda. Like we just heard about the new display that has the can and the figure in two different compartments, hard stack, correct? Well, first off, let's go over this one real quick. I just ordered this. Let's say I eventually we're going to get to out of can, don't have the can, or the can got destroyed figures, right? I picked these figure stands up and they look really good. You could put your soda deck on top. You could still display your POG. Let's say you don't have the can anymore. And there you go. Right? It looks really good inside there. So you guys just saw the new display. It's coming out this summer. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait to do a review on it. I can't wait to get one in my hands. And I think they're going to be cool. I've been working with another fellow collector who wanted to be anonymous. We'll keep that quiet, with this idea. And what the idea is, when you get a mint soda or you get a Freddy Chase that's worth $800 to $1,000, and there's going to be a lot of these sodas coming up 3 years from now, 2 years from now. Look at Fruit Brute, the Chase, all those $100 Spike or Chase, $100. You're going to want to display them, and you're going to want to stack them, and you want them to fit in your displays that you already have that fit your hard stacks. Well, we came up with this. This has been out for a while. We haven't manufactured them yet. This is the prototype. They are going to get produced by myself, and we're going to do it. But this is what I came up with. You can display your can, you can display your figure, and you have your Pog. But here's the cool part. It fits in a hard stack. This one's in a loot locks, right? I can move it around. It's not going anywhere. They have their own compartments. This is in a loot locks. Boom. You stand it up. It goes right next to your pops. You can stack them. You could stack as many up as you want. Keep the dust out, and you're golden. So, boom, it just comes out. And there you go. It's in there. So, I wanted to make it with the Oogie Boogie because that's a big figure. It's a wide figure. You put it in a hard stack, and it's done. It doesn't look like you have anything else. Looks like they're just being displayed. And you can see the Pog. You can put the Pog different ways around. If you spin it, you still get to see all of the can, the Pog, the back of the Pog, all that. So these are cool. They're not going to be super cheap, but you can use it with your own loot locks, your own hard stacks, anything you want to put, your shields, whatever, the magnetic closure shields. Put this insert in there, into your hard stack, into your soft protector. It's displayed. It's not dusty. It doesn't go anywhere. Boom. You're done. We wanted to show that off. I'll be getting some more made, and we'll go from there. But I wanted to show this off. Another way to display your sodas. Keep the dust out. That's not going to cost you a fortune. So, but that's all I got, guys. Hopefully you guys got some information out of this video. A few key things. Check out the can before you buy it. Top, bottom. If those are ruined, boom, you pop the top off. You replace them. You're back to mint. If you rip the wrapping off and you open the soda, you're into figure. If you open the black bag, you got to check the paint. If you got to check the Pog, make sure it's not off center. So just keep that in mind. Once you open that soda up, there's going to be some other grading opportunities people are going to look at real in depth when it comes down to these expensive sodas. So I just wanted to put out a video, give you guys, start thinking about grading your sodas when you're buying them. And I just wanted to show you guys different ways you can display your sodas. Just think of that, because it's only been out 1 year, and this soda game's exploding. So hopefully this worked out for you guys. Hopefully you got some good information. If you guys haven't subscribed yet to my channel, go hit that subscribe button. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. And 98.78% of the people, it just went up. Get better luck if you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Give me a little thumbs up. And let me know how you like this video and what you think of it. And definitely share it. If you guys know other soda collectors, share my video and let them look at it and see what they think. But that's all I got for you guys tonight. Everybody, have a good night. Stay safe. Be happy. And gosh darn it, be nice to each other. And I'll see you on the next video. I don't know how the heck I'm supposed to tell if this soda is mint or not. We're grading Funko Sodas now? What?